3 months ago, Jake had no idea that a single Crimson Desert login would change his bank account forever. 30 setting the stage. Meet Jake in the world of Crimson Desert. Jake Burns, 31, Dallas, Texas, full-time data analyst by day, streamer by night. In January, he was grinding through Crimson Desert for fun until he noticed something weird. The game's NFT loot drops, think ultra-rare armor and spellbooks, were suddenly spiking in value. One pal posted about flipping a single epic cloak for $1,200 in under 24 hours. That's when Jake started taking notes. Could playing a fantasy RPG really make more than his stock portfolio in 2026? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how ordinary gamers are using
AI to spot overlooked Crimson Desert market moves, and how some lost thousands by trusting the wrong tool. Let's break it all down step by step. 1:30 The 2026 P2E Gold Rush. Jake wasn't the only one chasing digital treasure. In February, Crimson Desert's weekly NFT item volume hit $22 million, triple last year's peak. But the real action was underground. Private Discord servers were sharing price bot alerts, while new AI-driven tools like AlphaQuest started promising automatic trade signals. Jake gave AlphaQuest a shot. It scanned every in-game auction, tracked outside hype on X, and using its own risk engine predicted when to buy or hold. Down to the hour, he started with 3 500 game tokens, and in just 2 weeks saw his stash grow by 42%. But not everyone was winning. For every player cashing out, 2 more were getting burned by fake signals or banned for botting. Here's where it gets interesting. 2:45 Discovery. The first big test. Jake wanted passive profit, but overnight an AlphaQuest alert pinged. Legendary mount price dip, buy now. The catch: it would cost nearly his whole in-game bankroll. You risk everything for one move. Jake polled his Discord. Half said play it safe. Others had tried similar bots and got burned. Jake rolled the dice, placed the bid. By morning, the legendary mount had doubled. After selling, his $2,200 investment turned into $4,500, while others got stuck by a sudden price crash just hours later. But what happened next changed everything. 3:30 Complications. When AI goes too far, the more Jake relied on AlphaQuest and Dune AI, the more shortcuts he saw. One night, a sure thing loot alert looked off. The bot flagged a rare amulet as undervalued, but ban rumors were flying in chat. Jake hesitated. Another streamer Ava trusted the bot, locked in her tokens, and got banned 2 days later for unnatural activity. Things moved fast. In March, Crimson Desert's devs started blocking wallet addresses linked to AI bot farms. Suddenly, once profitable strategies vanished. Those who survived. They weren't just running bots, they were using AI as a signal, but making the final call themselves. At around 70% into the story, but the real surprise is coming. 5:00 Climax. The turning point. Risk meets reward. Jake retooled. He used AI only for alerts, but always double-check with manual research. March's best move. Using AlphaQuest to spot when top-tier players liquidated loot ahead of new update. Jake caught a frantic weekend sell-off, bought rare armor sets at 40% below market, then flipped them post-patch for $3,100 prop. But here's the bombshell. Only 18% of AI bot trades in March were net profitable unless human double-check. So the AI edge is real, but only if you play smarter than the machine. 6:30 Resolution. What we learned and how you can start. So what did Jake really take away? 1. AI can multiply your profits, but only if you treat it as a tool, not an autopilot. 2. Never trust guaranteed schemes. If something seems too sure, walk away. Jake's 3-month total, $8,250 in realized profits, starting with $3,500 tokens. But he missed out on half a dozen perfect trades by trusting his gut instead of the bot. No regrets. He kept his account, avoided bans, and built real skills. Here's exactly what he recommends
if you want to get started today. Don't go all in on any AI tool. Test with tiny amounts. Cross-check every alert with in-game news and Discord chats. Learn from every loss. Don't autopilot your trade. 7:30 Subscribe/next video. CTA. Want more stories and real strategies for AI-powered play to earn? Tap subscribe so you don't miss what's next. If you like this, you'll love our next deep dive. How players are pulling $300/month in passive side income with AI bots on Helldivers 2. And remember, not financial advice. The game can change overnight, so stay sharp, use AI wisely, and play smart. End screen. Subscribe button. Next video thumbnail. AI side hustles that pay in 2026.